Phil Dobson here, author of The Brain Book and founder of Brain Workshops. In this video, I want to help you practice meditation and mindfulness. Now, the shortcut to this would just be to go to the website, brainworkshops.co.uk, download the audio and have a go. But I think it's good to have a bit of a context around it, primarily because meditation and mindfulness seem to be steeped in such ambiguity and misconception that it means a lot of people have rejected it before they even try it. So I do acknowledge that a lot of it is shrouded in this sense of a certain religious ideology, or there is a Buddhist link for sure. Some people think in terms of spirituality, or some people think about the limitations of it in the sense that in order to access these things beginning with M, you need to go on a silent retreat or dedicate an enormous amount of time to learning it. I don't really think you do. So in this video, I want to help you understand these things beginning with M, meditation and mindfulness, in terms that are more familiar. What goes on in your body and what goes on in your brain. Right, so both of these practices, meditation and mindfulness, I think, are no more than consequences of deep physical relaxation on the one hand and highly focused attention on the other. So, relaxation and highly focused attention. Now already, hopefully you can start to think about the benefits that these things could offer. If you get better at relaxing your body and you do it with some regularity, then naturally you're going to manage your stress better, you're going to sleep better, and your immune system is consequently going to improve. You'll also start to notice, as you get better at relaxing, your cognitive performance starts to improve because, well, if you're managing your stress and you're sleeping better, that's a natural consequence. If you then also get better at focusing your attention or using your attention in a more deliberate, conscious and active way, then you start to get the other benefits we associate with meditation and mindfulness, which include emotional regulation, improved focus, improved concentration, and then think about the benefits of that. If you're focusing better, you're going to be more productive. You'll notice things like your memory improves. So now suddenly, if you think about the benefits I've just listed, reduced stress, improved sleep, improved immune function, health, improved cognitive performance, improved emotional regulation, improved focus and concentration, improved productivity and improved memory, who wouldn't want them? So think less about the retreats and the Buddhist practices and all the sort of stuff that you might not associate with. And instead, just think about the skills of physical relaxation on the one hand and focusing your attention on the other. So I think there are 3 techniques to master. There are lots of them, but I think 3 will give you the most of these benefits. The first is just getting better at physical relaxation. So progressive relaxation is an exercise that doesn't need to take you long, and all it involves is getting comfortable in your chair, your feet flat on the floor, your hands maybe resting on your lap. You close your eyes and then you relax deliberately each muscle group in turn, starting at your toes, going all the way to the top of your head. Go to the website, like I say, brainworkshops.co.uk, click on the audio tab and look for the progressive relaxation audio recording. It's 7.5 minutes long. Try it today. Just sit back, enjoy this state of relaxation, knowing that relaxation is a skill, and the better at it you get, the more you practice, the more likely you are to enjoy reduced stress, improved sleep, improved health, and improved cognitive performance. That's where to begin, because as you know, the meditation and the mindfulness are really starting with a process of physical relaxation. Right, go and practice that at some point today. Once you've mastered that, then you need to think in terms of, all right, well, how now am I going to use my attention in a more deliberate, active way? And this is when I feel you have different types of meditative practice. On the one hand, you've got mindfulness. Now, mindfulness can be described in lots of different ways, but I think one of the most useful is becoming more present and then calmly acknowledging and accepting your sensations, your feelings, your thoughts. Well, what does that really mean? Well, it means becoming non-distracted and also creating a state of non-judgmental awareness. If I were to take it through in a process-oriented way, I might ask you to notice the floor beneath your feet, right? You can just notice that. You can become slightly more aware of it and you can accept it. The acceptance piece is critical here, especially if one of the benefits that you're attracted to is emotional regulation. Because noticing the floor beneath your feet and accepting it is relatively easy. But if you apply that same acceptance to your thoughts and your feelings, you start to be better at regulating your emotions. And it's important here to acknowledge or remind us that meditation or mindfulness in particular, is not an exercise in emptying your mind. And this is something that people often say, I don't want to empty my mind, or I can't. That's not the purpose. Instead, the purpose of mindfulness is to accept, to notice and accept things that present themselves to your mind. Right? So mindfulness, therefore, if you think about it systematically and in a process way, number one, you relax your body through a progressive relaxation exercise. And then calmly, you notice your sensations. So the sensation of touch, your eyes are probably closed. The sensations of the room, it could be the temperature, it could be the sounds around you. Just notice it. You don't need to change it. You don't need to interact with it. You can just remain the observer. And then if you start to think about, or you notice rather, your thoughts, you notice a thought, and you just accept it. It might drift away, it might not. You can then notice how you feel. You might feel relaxed, you might feel calm, but even if you were to feel frustrated, even if you were to feel anger, you can calmly notice and accept it. Now, like I said, me describing it and talking about it in words isn't that helpful. Go to the website, once again, brainworkshops.co.uk, and have a look for the recording, but it's progressive relaxation plus mindfulness. It's a 15-minute recording, and that will give you a taste of what it feels like. The more you practice that, the more you'll enjoy the benefits of physical relaxation and the benefits of creating non-judgmental awareness, which is about reduced attentional wandering, which we could probably all do with, and improved emotional regulation. And then finally, the third technique I'd encourage you to try is a different type of meditation called focused meditation. Once again, I'd encourage you to start with a progressive relaxation, and then you use your attention in a deliberate way, much like mindfulness, but you focus on something to the exclusion of all else, your breath. So all this exercise involves you doing is, with your eyes closed and your body relaxed, you start to count your breath. As you breathe out, right, you start at 1 and then 2, and you continue to count all the way up to 21. And if you get to 21, you start again at 1. The purpose of this exercise is simply to maintain your attention on your breath. Now, the gaps between the breaths will be longer than you might expect because your body will be so relaxed. But each number that you count, each breath that you count, will be an exercise in sustained attention, won't it? And given what we know about the brain, your brain is like a muscle. It responds to training in that sense. The more you practice this exercise, simply counting your breath, the more you're training your brain to focus, the more you're training your brain to be able to sustain its attention on one thing. And consequently, you'll learn to be less distracted, ever more focused. So once again, go to the website, brainworkshops.co.uk, and the audio recording you're looking for this is progressive relaxation plus focused meditation. Once again, it will take about 15 minutes. So use all 3 of these resources. Quick recap. Number 1, progressive relaxation. I think it's a natural place to start because already you start to enjoy the benefits of physical health and well-being. And what you'll notice is the more relaxed your body is, the calmer your mind becomes, and consequently you'll find it easier to practice these other exercises that people call meditation and mindfulness. But then the second exercise is mindfulness, calmly noticing and accepting stuff that comes up, which could be your physical sensations, it could be your feelings, your thoughts, your emotions, sounds, whatever it might be. Just become a bit more observant and a bit more accepting of whatever it is you observe or you notice. And then, like I say, the very final, or the third technique, focus meditation, just a simple exercise in sustaining your attention on one thing. And the breath, let's face it, hopefully is a pretty reliably consistent stimulus for you to focus on. So enjoy these things. If you have any questions, get in touch through the normal channels, either Brain Workshops on social or the website brainworkshops.co.uk. Very best of luck. Have fun.